Are you ready to go?
Uh-huh.
Okay, action. Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Lori.
And if this is the first time dropping into our channel, welcome, and we hope everyone has a good start to 2022. So take it away, Lori. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to try and duplicate the 1-hour pizza and adapt it to our outdoor pizza oven. This dough was created by the America's Test Kitchen, but it was designed for the home oven.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut away and we're going to show you Lori actually making the dough, dividing and balling.
This recipe calls for both bread flour and semolina flour. They're both high protein and adds to the gluten development. So I'm just going to add both the dry ingredients to the bowl. And we're also adding a lot of yeast, much more than most recipes, and sugar to increase the fermentation of the dough. So I'm just going to mix the dough for a few seconds to put it all together. Just to combine the ingredients. And then for the wet ingredients, that includes vinegar and beer. We use a lager beer like Stella or Budweiser, and that's to duplicate some of the flavors you might get when the dough rises for a longer period of time. It's just a little bit of vinegar and some olive oil for additional flavor. So we're going to add it while the mixer's running and just for about 10 seconds to moisten all the dough. At this point, we're going to let the dough hydrate. And during this period, some of the gluten will start to develop. So we're going to just wait for 10 minutes. Well, after the dough is hydrated for its 10 minutes, I'm going to add some additional salt for flavor. Or not additional salt, the salt for flavor. And let the mixer knead for 30 to 60 seconds till it comes to a ball. So now I'm going to knead it on the counter for about 15 to seconds until the ball's nice and smooth. Dough's nice and smooth, and then I'm going to form it into balls. Here we go. And you can feel that the dough is developing really nicely, and it's pretty smooth. So I'm going to divide the pizza into 2 pieces. Oh. And put it on a tray, a flour tray. Maybe this needs a little bit more time. I mean, you can tell when your dough ball's nice and smooth. And we're going to set it aside for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And then it's ready to cook.
Wow, so would you say that was an easy dough to make?
Oh, it really was easy. And the flavor, we hope, is going to taste just as good as some of our Vinegar or Polish or any of the other long fermentation.
All right, well, take it away so we can find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I will say that those balls have really puffed up.
It really has. And this uses 2 grams of instant dry yeast, which is a lot more than when you make it for the home. When you make a poolish or any dough that's fermented for like 24 hours. So we'll see.
And if I'm not mistaken, in their recipe, they rolled it between parchment paper to make it very thin, right?
Right. And I'm not sure if it's because they were trying to let everybody know that it's okay to use a roller or why they decided to put it between parchment paper. I don't quite understand.
Well, maybe again, it was designed for a home oven.
Yeah.
So maybe that was their difference there.
Yeah. And I guess the pizza ball that they made was only 10 inches, but I think we could really probably make a bigger pizza.
Yeah, let's try to make a bigger pizza. No, I'm kidding. But
But it looks like a pretty nice dough for just 1 hour.
so far, so good, huh?
Yeah. It's made in a food processor, which it means there's a lot of kneading going on automatically.
So maybe the question for today is, in this video, if you recently got an Ooni outdoor pizza oven or another outdoor pizza oven, maybe it was a Changemore wood-fired outdoor pizza oven or a rock box or whatever, why don't you let us know via the comments. We're always curious on who's getting new equipment to work with. So we'd appreciate you just taking time to make a comment.
It's pretty
Okay, well
easy
that's
to
looking pretty
stretch
good,
out.
huh?
Yeah. Maybe I can even stretch it even more.
So do you want to compare that to maybe working with a Biga?
I think that this doesn't stretch out as well, but it is pretty smooth. We'll see.
Okay.
And I even made just a quick sauce with the Moody crushed tomatoes.
So Lori makes a very simple sauce. If you'd like us to do a short video, maybe 3-4 minutes in length on what her recipe is, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to knock a short video out so you see how she does it.
Yeah, I'm very light on the sauce. So, and then I
So
always
we're
put,
done with the sauce, right?
And I always put the Parmesan on first to prevent it from burning.
And
Then we use freshly grated, or I just grated this whole milk mozzarella.
And we actually wound up making 4 balls. We made the recipe twice. So, and the other thing I think is kind of unique is Stella is the lager that we used, and it's what they recommend, either Stella or Budweiser, which I don't drink a lot of Budweiser, but I do drink the Stella. So, you know, this will be interesting to see if we can pick that taste up maybe in the dough. Is that
Well, it's supposed to taste like a long fermented dough.
Are we through with this? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you already, okay, great. You got the, and just from a heat management perspective, I had it on high for about 15 minutes. For the last 10 minutes, I've had it down on Uni low. Since we're not making Neapolitan pizzas, we tend to use lower heat these days. But let's see how this works.
And we usually, we make the pizza off the peel and then just stretch it.
Drags real nice.
Yep. Okay.
All right, let me give it a little shake. Okay, it's launchable. Wow, that launched really nice. Okay. So, very cool. And I checked the front temperature of the stone. We were up about 555 in the right corner, and we're up in the 600-degree range on this left corner. Of course, the Ooni Koda 16 has the L burner design, so typically the left-hand side of the oven is is going to be warmer. So, okay, well that's starting to rise nicely back there. And tonight I'm going to use the Ooni 14-inch metal peel to turn the pizza. You know what I don't have? I don't have any tongs.
I know you're going to burn your fingers.
I will burn my fingers. So Lori is dashing off to the kitchen. So again, for 2022, feel free to give us some ideas on what you'd like to see us make, and we'll be happy to give it a try. We've got some ideas already for some viewers that are in the queue, and we'll be working on. All right.
Here, you can pop the bubble if you want to.
Pop the what?
The bubble.
Oh, you wanna do that, or?
Well, I don't know if you need to.
Yeah, I don't know.
There. Oh, looks good.
Yeah, it's actually it's looking pretty good. And again, I try to put the pizza back in the same spot where it was.
And the reason for that?
You know,
I
think it has to do with heat consistency underneath your pizza, but
Right. Well, when you put it in the same spot, it's already cooled down a little bit, so the pizza can stay there and cook more in the crust.
oh, very good. All right. Well, you know, this crust is cooking up very nice. The other thing for 2022 is we're going to try and go with a little less char. Another reason why we're cooking at a little bit lower temperature.
It's not the Ooni ultra low, just low.
Just the low. All right, so this is how we're looking at this point. We're starting to char a little bit, but I'm going to put this in just for a few more minutes, or seconds really. But I think, Lori, we're going to be, for this pizza, I think we're going to be good. And then I'm going to put it on that rack. We'll leave the rack right there because we may do another
pizza. Okay.
I think this is going to be it.
Wow.
What do you think?
Looks very good.
So this is what we got here. All right. So at this point, we're going to let the pizza cool. It's also our opportunity to take some pictures that we'll later post on Instagram. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so we let it cool. We got our pictures for Instagram. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we're 12th Avenue Cuisine. And we also have a 12th Avenue Cuisine Facebook page if you want to follow us, be our guests. All right, so this moment of truth, and let's see how this sounds when we cut it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. And again, we're using our Ooni rocker blade as the pizza cutter here tonight. Let me move the wine. Okay,
Okay.
I think why don't you take the first test? And,
Okay. Oh, we want to show the bottom? So it's pretty
yeah.
nice on the bottom. It's got a nice rise.
Yes, and so interesting that so that bottom is really nice, and it's clearly all cooked. So now it's not a very crisp cook because again we're trying not to char as much this year.
Actually, I still like it a little on the charred side.
Oh wow,
Good.
that's a tasty dough,
Okay.
and I really like the texture.
So do you think it's as good as our Polish or Biga?
I will say this is more of a Neapolitan style cook, if you ask me. It's a little bit not
Softer,
as crisp,
not
a little
as softer.
but a very nice texture. So
Now, the difference is that this does have some semolina in it. I don't know if
Okay.
that makes a.
So again, you have some, of course, the directions to the recipe will be in the description. And while you're in the description, please make note of our Amazon links. If you're an Amazon shopper and would like to help support our channel, next time you go to Amazon, use one of our links. And if you don't go, even if you don't purchase the item, if you do purchase something within 24 hours, we'll get some affiliate marketing credit for that. We'd sure appreciate that if you feel the channel is worth supporting. So,
I want to say again, this was from America's Test Kitchen and their 1 hour pizza dough, which was made really for the home oven. So anybody can follow that recipe. And they also used a rolling pin to stretch it out if you're not comfortable stretching it out by hand.
and again, the rolling pin would be, the dough would be between two pieces of parchment paper. But Lori, I think this worked out excellent.
Yeah.
I guess we just proved out that you can make a 1 hour pizza dough and have a good flavor. And I think that beer, the Stella, kind of really enhances the taste a little bit with the olive oil and even vinegar, huh?
Yeah.
How about that? All right. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up as always.
Like, share, and subscribe.
And we want to thank everyone who has subscribed for sticking with us. We're looking forward to a lot more videos in 2022. And again, your ideas are welcome, and we'll make videos around your ideas. Other than that, thanks again for dropping in. And what do we say?
Have a safe and healthy 2022.
A safe and healthy 2022. Other than that,
See you next time.
see you next time. Wow, this is, I'm surprised. I like the taste. Do you like it?
I do notice a little bit more tartness, but I don't know if that's true.
Could be the vinegar and the beer. I don't know.